This is part 2 of building a remote control aircraft from scratch. Hopefully you've seen video 1, building the engine. We have made one change. It's now a tri-wing 3. We added the middle one from the bi-wing because we have the material. It's more like this. So here's how we do it. Let's go. Okay, so again, the only thing I'm allowed to buy would be the electronics, of course, the transmitter, receiver, and 2 servos so we can fly it, and of course the red paint. Everything else is stuff around the house. Here we go. I start off with laying out the design. I taped it all to the floor so I know what I'm building. And the parts. There's a piece of sheet metal. I'm going to make the landing gear out of some wheels from an old printer table. Packing tape, that's going to be nice and sticky for all the seams of the cardboard, and leftover window tint. I'm going to use that for the decals. Here we go, a box of leftover brads from notebook paper. I'm going to attach the wing caps with those, some glue, hardware, nuts and bolts. I got tons of that. Anything that's not brass, I got the gold paint to touch up, make it look good. And that big coil of water line left over from the refrigerator, that's nice and stiff. That'll be the supports between the wings. Everything gets painted, of course. Here we have some milk jugs I'm going to use to cut out the nylon washers. I have the bag of leftover there's supports, you know, for chain link fence. They're aluminum. I'm going to use those for the strength of the rudder and elevator. There's some leftover styrofoam standing up and lattice. I'm going to carve all the supports there, and some broken vertical blinds. That's going to make nice nylon washers. We begin here. There's the wooden support, the template, and there's the pieces of aluminum chain link hangers. I hammered the ends so they don't bulge out. Everything's glued in. That's lightweight and sturdy. All the wing supports and the wing cap supports I cut out of the styrofoam. Nice to use that electric knife. Never cut meat with it, but it works good on styrofoam. And there's the template and the layout. That'll be the landing gear. That's the start there. Now the wing supports, luckily I had an old aluminum handle on a broom. I cut in thirds. They're just the right size. That'd be great for the strength of the wings. And I've already cut out from the shoebox. There's the wing cap ready to go on the styrofoam. All of them were shaped the same size, painfully sanded down. Now the fuselage was put together, painted, the fixed wing, the strap, and all the wing caps. There's the landing gear already painted. Gotta let it dry. Putting together the wing. Luckily we saved the cardboard from the air mattress. All that's taped together. There's all my pieces. Gotta glue it down, let it all dry. There they are all together, painted, drilled, ready to go. All the supports painted off to the left, all the nylons on the painted red. That's all drying, ready to be assembled. Here we have the electronics for the servo. I chose to put an external switch and charging plug so you don't have to take it apart every time. You just plug it in easily. So there's the layout of the wiring, and putting the servos on the piece of vertical blind, all attached. That gets attached inside the tail. So that's my layout I come up with. There's the tail, the switch, the plug. That slides in the tail. That's got to be done and painted, of course, first. That all gets screwed together. The tail is put together and painted and drying. The rear wheel, I have some leftover plastic and stuff. That's a coat hanger. There's the wheel so it can swivel. There's a little arm there for controlling, carved out. That's going to get assembled and put up in the tail when it dries. Inside, looking upward, there's the servo installed in the tail. Styrofoam block, all the wiring, everything's secure and done and solid. To get the linkages sturdy. Good thing I had some kebab sticks. Tie wrap them on to make sure they don't buckle. That's as sturdy as I can get it. Looking down the tail, this one's upside down for the sake of the video here. The servo there is actually on the top side, and that's all attached for what you can see to the linkages for the elevator and the rudder. tail is now complete. The decals are cut and put on from the window tint. That worked great. It's all set and adjusted. Just add the rear wheel and attach it to the front half. The front half is already painted, dried, put together. The wings are attached. All I need is to install the engine to the nose cone, put that on the front, and put the two together. Landing gear attached. Save time. Here we have it, complete. I hope it flies. Thank you for watching.